Come and see what summertime off the grid looks like for us. It's full of work, simple joys, and wild beauty. If you're new, I'm Erica. My husband Mark and I and our 2 kids live fully off-grid in Canada. We try to live a healthy and self-sufficient lifestyle, and that's what we share about in our videos. So I hope you'll subscribe to our channel. There's always something going on garden-wise on our off-grid homestead, and this year, being pregnant and due in September, I decided to take it really easy. And I shared in our greenhouse planting video what I did there, and that was all I did was our greenhouse and a couple of pots on the deck. And my goal really was to grow and dry a bunch of herbs that we commonly use that I could store up for winter. And so I am taking the last batch of herbs that I had in the dehydrator and getting those off the stems and putting them into jars. And then after that, I will take the trays outside to the greenhouse and harvest more and dry more. Summer is really such an enjoyable time to live off-grid in the woods. Winter is enjoyable too, and so are spring and fall. But there's something so magical about summer. All of the growth and the beauty, especially in the forest around our cabin, but also the growth that we have caused to happen. Even just my tiny little flower bed that I'll show you later on in the video. I only have a few kinds of flowers growing there, but I love to see it when I walk by. I love to cut flowers from it and put them in my house. I also love the freedom that comes with being able to just slip on some sandals and step outside, or even go barefoot sometimes without getting all bundled up. I know it's so good for us to be exposed to extreme temperatures, but here in Canada in the summer, it's mostly just a comfortable temperature. Sometimes it gets pretty hot, but for the most part, when I step outside, I feel comfortable. And that's just a nice change for us coming out of the winter months when it's really, really cold and you have to put on all your layers just to go out and do the morning chores, you know.
Hey, Mom.
Because we have such an extreme contrast in winter, it makes the work that we do in the summer so much more enjoyable. Like, I appreciate it because, again, there's that comfortable temperature, there's the beauty all around, and I really appreciate the break from the winter work tasks such as bringing in firewood multiple times a day and cleaning snow off the solar panels and off of all of our deck space, all that. I love laundry in the summer because when I have a warm, sunny day ahead, I know that my laundry is going to dry really quickly and it's going to have that fresh, dried out in the sun and in the breeze smell, which is a real thing, and the laundry detergent companies just could never even get anywhere near it with all the chemicals that they try to replicate it with. Another regular summer activity for us that is both work and fun, is wild berry picking. You saw I found a wild strawberry in the yard, and those are scattered a little bit throughout the yard, but in the forest, there are many, many wild blueberry bushes, and then down below our cabin, there are a lot of wild strawberries. So the strawberries are more of just a fun thing we pick when we're out for a walk and eat as many as we can. The blueberries, there are so many that we've actually gathered a couple of freezer bags full this year. Mark bought these berry picker things that you kind of rake through the berries and it picks off all of the ripe ones for you. It picks off a lot of leaves too, so it does require some sorting afterwards, but you're able to pick a lot of berries in a lot less time. Our 2-year-old will just sit herself down in a patch of blueberries while we pick and eat to her heart's content. Another additional bit of work that we have to do in the summer is taking care of our meat chickens, which this is the first year we're doing it. We're definitely going to keep doing it every single year from now on. And they're getting so big now that they do require filling their feed buckets and their water every couple of days. I love the rainwater catchment system we have set up here. That giant black barrel behind me is full of rainwater off of the shop roof, and so we can use that throughout the property with the whole piping system that's set up to water gardens in multiple spots, and of course to fill up chicken waters right by the places we keep the meat birds and the laying hens. In one of our recent videos, you saw we set up my childhood swing set, and that has been put to good use. Almost every day the girls are swinging in it, and it's fantastic. But we still have this old camping hammock hung up, and we still enjoy swinging in that too. It's pretty much a guarantee that if you live rural, if you live on an acreage, on a homestead, you're going to have lots of mice around. And we had a cat for a while, but then he disappeared. So something unfortunate, I'm sure, happened to him. But we finally got around to getting a new little kitten, and that has been so fun for everyone. It's taken him a little bit of time to become comfortable around Molly, our dog, but they are now starting to kind of play together, and it's really cute to watch. He's also been really patient so far with the kids, especially the 2-year-old. She loves to pick him up and often will pick him up by his neck. And we're working on helping her to pick him up by his belly. But he's really patient. He doesn't scratch her or freak out. He just kind of lets her do it, which is nice. We've had him for a few weeks now, and we still haven't picked a name for him. So if you have any name suggestions, leave them down in the comments for us. We didn't do anything with this back garden this year because it was so overgrown with grass, and again, because I was pregnant, I was not going to try to tackle that. But Mark rented a skid steer for a week, and we have a whole video coming on what he did with that, which was really exciting. So much got done. So look for that in the future. But he scraped up all the grass in this garden. So now we are working on just picking out the big clumps of grass roots, and Mark is trenching along the sides to hopefully prevent the grass from growing in from the sides. And hopefully next year it will be a more usable space. My husband has been commenting lately on how I'm able to do so much in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy, and I'm so thankful for my health. But I attribute it to years of making really small incremental changes to improve my health over time. It's been very doable, very easy, and I have a free workshop on exactly the steps I took to get here, and I'll link that down below if you're interested. The flowers in my little raised bed are in bloom, and so my daughter and I are picking some of those for a bouquet to take in the house. And all we have are calendula, cosmos, a little bit of baby's breath, and zinnias, but the zinnias are not in bloom yet. So we've just got the cosmos and the calendula really to go with. And then there's also a lot of other perennial flowers around the property. So we regularly walk around and pick from those to add to our little bouquets. We find so much joy in the work and the fun and the beauty around us in the summer, and so I hope you enjoyed a little glimpse into that today. Thank you so much for watching. We make a new video every week about our off-grid life, so I hope you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.